Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed?
Can I make my site softer?
Can I make my site firmer?
Can we sleep cooler?
Sleep Number does that. Cools up to 8 times faster and lets you choose your ideal comfort on either side. Your Sleep Number setting. Enjoy personalized comfort for better sleep night after night. It's our Black Friday sale. Recharge this season with a bundle of cozy, soothing comfort. Now only $17.99 for our C2 mattress and base, plus free premium delivery. Prices higher in Alaska and Hawaii. Check it out at a Sleep Number store or sleepnumber.com today.
Are you noticing your car insurance rate creep up even without tickets or claims? You're not alone. That's why there's Jerry, your proactive insurance assistant. Jerry handles the legwork by comparing quotes side by side from over 50 top insurers, so you can confidently hit buy. No spam calls, no hidden fees. Jerry even tracks rates and alerts you when it's best to shop. Drivers who save with Jerry could save over $1,300 a year. Don't settle for higher rates. Download the Jerry app or visit jerry.ai/ACAST today.
The kettle's boiled, Vic.
Great. Perfect timing. Just a dash of milk for me, please, mate.
Here you go. Shall we get started then?
Have you ever woken up on a Sunday morning and said, I'm never drinking again, and then found yourself waving $50 at a barman by happy hour?
Are you wondering why everyone else can stop at 1 while you head to a dodgy after-party with a weird bloke called Disco Dave? If so, it might be time to take a deeper look at your relationship with your reliable social crutch, alcohol.
On each episode, we'll investigate our own dysfunctional dealings with booze and find out if it's possible to stop this deeply ingrained habit before things get too messy.
Yep, we're going to open up a shame shed of humiliating drinking stories to help you understand why waking up from a booze coma each weekend with a kebab sticking out of your top pocket might actually be negatively impacting your health.
Hamish and I are here to delve into what it's like being sober, an unwanted warts and all look into why giving up those cheeky pints or putting down those mummy wines will make you feel happier, help your anxiety and mental health, and turn you into the most sparkly, authentic version of you.
Won't that mean I become boring though, Vic?
Well, Hamish, we'll just have to wait and see. I'm Victoria Vanstone.
I'm Hamish Adams-Cairns.
And this is Sober Awkward. Getting to know you, getting to know everything about you, getting to like you, getting to like everything you say.
I like that you've written The King and I, just in case I didn't understand the reference. You do a lot of like 70s and 80s references that I do miss. I don't think I've seen The King and I for 20 years.
100 years?
Yeah.
I do sound very much like Vera Lynn when I sing.
You're a more convincing male singer than female singer.
There'll be bluebirds over the white cliffs. Quite good, aren't I? My sister says my voice makes her feel sick.
Good that you went into podcasting.
Are you wondering why I'm singing that song?
Yes.
Okay. Would you want to have a dance, though, before we start?
No.
Go on.
No, but there's no audio when you dance.
Oh, yeah, that's
You're forgetting this.
No, if we do a cha-cha-cha, we make...
Oh, we could do cha-cha-cha.
What do you think we're talking about today, apart from getting to know you?
I hope it's not a whole episode about singing. I hope that's
Musicals.
not it. Yeah.
No,
I'm going to guess speed dating.
No.
Yul Brynner.
From The King and I.
I know Yul. Is he in your...
He is. He's the king.
Oh, see, I'm getting confused with Uri Geller.
Oh, yeah,
the guy
Uri
that can
Geller's
bend
the spoon
spoons.
bender, yeah. Funnily enough, I've got a story about Uri Geller.
You kissed him.
No, my mum bumped into him in Waitrose in Wallingford. If anyone's listening from Wallingford, hello. I think it was Waitrose in Wallingford anyway.
I think it was Uri Geller. Could have been your brother.
But listen, when she got home, her car keys were bent. She couldn't put them in the ignition. I'm not joking. I have to ask her about it. Yeah, she couldn't put her keys. She met him in Waitrose. He was buying a couple of Bellinis.
A couple of spoons.
Yeah, a couple of spoons. He was in the cutlery department.
Wow.
Yeah.
He didn't do a thing on it.
No, she just walked past him.
And he had this magnetic field about him.
Yeah, he's got a magnetic field, yeah.
That is fantastic.
Yeah, that's random. Anyway, today we're talking about getting to know ourselves, not Yul Brynner or Uri Geller, unfortunately, because I would like to get to know them, actually.
Would you?
Yeah.
Not in that way.
No, not in a sexy
Okay,
way.
good. Okay.
No, just to say hello, how are you doing?
No,
just be mates.
No one's bucket list is Uri Geller. You know?
Is he all right, Uri Geller? We'll have to look him up.
I actually haven't seen him since he was on I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here.
Oh, was he good on that?
I just remember he bent spoons. It was the first time I'd seen it.
Dear, oh dear. Yeah, so we're going to go and talk about really knowing who you are as a person and, wait for it, Hamish.
Go on.
Learning to love yourself. Cheesy, yes. Bit woo-woo, yes.
Yes.
But also a necessary part of being a long-term sober human. Before we get into it, Hamish, can you name 2 things that in the past, when you were a boozer, that you didn't like about your character?
Yes, easy. 2, sure. Being someone that could at any time throw up on a night out.
Yes.
That was constantly a worry and a genuine possibility for me when drinking. And also, typically staying at an event, a club or a house party longer than I actually wanted to because that's what the cool kids were doing.
Okay, I'm going to go deeper than that, Hamish.
no.
I want to go deeper than the way that you acted. I want to go, is there a core part of you that you have ever disliked about yourself? Like from the heart.
Right.
Something about your personality that you're unsure of.
Okay, good. I would say, well, that is people pleasing, which I don't love.
Okay, yeah, that's a good one.
That is staying behind at the party when I don't want to be there. Because,
Yes, so it covers
or
people pleasing.
is that more a want to be cool?
Yes.
Maybe that's it.
Same thing, I reckon. Same thing. People
Yeah.
pleasing to fit in, to try and be cool.
So I feel like those 2, but I kind of still feel those are fairly surface layer.
Okay,
and
I think
you're
they're-
going to blow me out the park
No,
with
I
something
think they're
really
deep. I think they're like, basically you're a try-hard.
Yeah, which I'm okay about.
Okay, yeah, we can go with
For
that.
some reason, it hurts more when you say it.
Basically, you're a try-hard.
Is this what happens in therapy?
A Billy
They're like,
No Mates.
Actually, you're a bit of a prick.
Actually, you're a dud. Just so you know, just to leave you on this note, at the end of this therapy session, you're a bit of a tosser. I think mine would be putting the joy of others before myself, people pleasing,
Sure, yeah,
same
we've
thing.
got that in common.
Never knowing if I was doing the right thing, inherently not trusting my own choices, I've put there.
Okay, that is
quite deep, yeah.
That was
I think-
forever.
I think maybe you're a better person than me, which is why you don't have as many.
Well, we're 100 episodes in? This much is clear from episode 2 or 3.
A bit of a tosser, no mates, but a better person
But
in
infinitely
general.
better than you.
Yeah, so not saying much, is it? As we've said in here a million times before, this giving up alcohol malarkey isn't about booze at all. It's about finding out who you are and what you're made of without it. So we want to delve into that side of the sobriety story today. Let you know what to expect when tapping into your true self and tell you all the ways we have both grown from this experience. Yes, we're here like a couple of pervy spiritual guides leading you back to yourself and away from the substance that has been numbing out the authentic you for way too long. So today, get ready to meet the real you, Hamish. Pass the bucket.
This is one part of sobriety I never expected. It's a lovely surprise that giving up booze allows me to look inwards. I never imagined this would be part of the journey at all. But it's true, once the booze leaves your bloodstream, you are somehow able to see yourself for the first time, understand your personality and work on any issues you might be hiding. It can be confronting, but also it can be bloody exciting.
Yeah, I was going to take exciting off there and just leave it bloody.
Can be bloody.
Yeah, just a bloody mess. So stopping putting any toxic substance into your system has much larger fallout than you could ever imagine. It shakes up your life, rattles your soul and forces you to confront your mistakes. For some, this process is too painful and difficult. But as you will hear, if you want to have a really strong and long sober life, this work is a must.
So let's start by finding out exactly what we mean by this getting to know you stuff. It's a term we've all heard a million
Getting to
times.
know you.
No, let's not.
Okay.
Let's not get deeper into that. Vic, did you feel like you didn't know who you were when you were a boozer?
Yeah, totally.
Really?
I was actually what others expected me to be. The Joker. We've talked about this in our identity episode.
Obviously when you're a boozer, you're not drunk 24/7. Did you feel like when you were sober, whilst in your drinking years, you knew who you were? Or was it confusing because you were two different people on two different substances?
I think I've always been a loyal person. I've always been a good friend. There's loads of characteristics that I've always liked about myself, but these are the ones that I've always questioned. And honestly, I almost didn't know these existed within me until I got sober.
Okay.
So actually at the time, I wasn't aware that I was who others expected. I wasn't aware that I was just this practical joker and that was giving myself away for the enjoyment of others. I just didn't understand that that was possible. I thought that's who I was. So it's not until I've got sober that I've really done the work and had a look at these things and worked out why I ever got depressed or anxiety or why I overdrank was because of these reasons, actually. Yeah, these are my reasons why. These are my reasons why I am who I am and who I was, if you know what I mean. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Yes, okay.
And who you were when you was.
Yes, when I was with the Wizard of Oz. I was playing a role, basically, wearing a social mask, which a lot of us do. We smile even if we're not having fun, and we just kind of look like the life and soul, when in fact we're kind of just pouring booze down our neck because we think that's what we're supposed to do. My identity was very, very entrenched and drenched in alcohol. I think looking back, I was pretty lost. I really had no idea who I was, no idea what job I wanted or what career I wanted or whether I wanted a family. I just wasn't very good at making decisions, so I just kind of went with the flow, which probably wasn't good. I found solace in alcohol, sex and drugs because that was a way out of the seriousness of life, I think. I think I abandoned myself. I love this term, abandoning yourself. I think it's, who's the lady who does that brilliant podcast with her wife? Glennon Doyle, the writer of Untamed. She uses this in her book, this term abandonment. And I abandoned myself. I didn't know that that was possible. But my use of drink and drugs was me abandoning my body and my mind and letting someone else run the show. It was like I was kind of a robot or a puppet, somebody else running the show. It wasn't who I really am. Because I'd lost the connection with myself. I didn't really know what I was doing. I was just bumbling through life. I think at most of my life, I have been in too deep to stop. I've never reconsidered what I was doing or paused to take a breath. I never thought, is it okay to drink this much? Or is it okay to sleep with a random bloke I've met an hour ago? Is it okay to, be rolling around on a dance floor in a nightclub in Brighton every Friday night? Is that all right? I never questioned anything. I just carried on being the entertainer that was actually to my own detriment. So I was abandoning myself, but I was also kind of self-flagellating. There's a good word for you. I was sort of punishing myself in a way, like being horrible to myself. And I guess that's what we're going to get into a little bit, which meant probably I had low self-esteem. Yeah.
Not to be confused with self-flatulation.
No, that's different.
Yes.
That's farting on yourself.
Farting on yourself.
Yes. Have you seen this new thing on the interweb about Guess My Fart?
No.
It's very funny. Look it up. Everybody look up Guess My Fart. It's quite amusing.
Put it in the show notes.
Yeah, put it in the show notes. Quality stuff.
I've interrupted a really serious bit of the podcast there to divert us onto self-flatulation.
Yeah.
And you run with it.
Yeah, we'll play it afterwards.
Okay.
I generally treated myself badly, accepted I would be that person forever, which is a shame because I wasn't that person at all. I never paused to stop the show. I was actually a stranger in my own body. Now, none of that I realised, which is really weird, isn't it?
Yeah.
There's quite a lot going on there in those few statements, isn't there, Hame?
Well, I've never asked you this question, but it's made me think. Do you think you ever would have reached out to a therapist and tried to get help if you had carried on drinking?
Perhaps not, because I wasn't interested.
Not aware of it.
I don't think if I'd had anxiety, because the anxiety is what made me get help. I would have just probably carried on and it would have got worse and worse and worse, I think, until eventually I probably would have done. Yeah. I realise our drinking patterns were very different, Hamish, growing up throughout our lives. But when you were a drinker, did you sometimes feel like you were putting on a show for others?
Certainly every time I tried to down a pint or every time I did a shot.
Yeah.
100%. That was not me talking or drinking. That was a version of me that I thought you wanted to see because you bought me a pint or a shot.
Yeah.
Also, probably most of the time I was morning drinking to get over a hangover. That was for the entertainment of others or because, we're all doing it, It was sort of that silliness, let's all just do it because, fuck it, it's the weekend. I don't think I ever actually woke up and thought that drinking in the morning was a good idea, or I don't think I actually ever woke up in the morning and wanted to drink. Had I been on my own, I would never have done it in order to get over a hangover. Nobody also, I would argue that nobody likes their first taste of alcohol. Except for those Smirnoffs, those ones that are really full of sugar. And all of us, particularly beer drinkers, start our drinking off with a lie that we like the drink in order to impress others.
Totally.
And I reckon everyone, beer drinking or not, has drunk a drink at some point and pretended they like it when you're a young teenager.
Yeah.
Or pretended that you're enjoying the drunk. Or pretending, how often, I didn't do it so much, I know that you have because I've read your book, throw up, come back to the party, carry on drinking. Way, they're back.
Carry on.
I don't think I've ever actually managed to carry on after throwing up, but most of people that I know have at least done that for the wee, you know. Mainly for the wee. Yeah. So, yes, in short, there have been massive times that I have put on a version of myself to please others when drinking. I guess my issues with it never quite went as deep as yours in terms of like really having to dig into my guts to uncover what the root of all of this was. For sure, people pleasing. But yeah, I kind of feel less interesting than you when it comes to this conversation.
It's not interesting. I'm just more fucked up than you, Hamish.
That was my polite way of saying I'm just I'm better put together.
No,
but I would love to be able to sort of go deeper than that, because I know people want to hear deep things to relate to.
Yeah.
But I guess I am one of the lucky ones that it never got out of hand when I have had to do an awful lot of work to sort of get on my 2 feet again.
Yeah, but I think you'd agree with me. Like, I think everybody has their fears and their self-esteem issues. Like, everybody to some point has something going on where they don't feel confident in. And I guess that's what this is about. It doesn't necessarily even have to be a drinker with this.
Yeah.
You just have to be someone who, in some situations, doesn't feel 100% confident. Yeah.
I guess what I've felt in my sobriety is, let's say that I'm starting at level 0. And in my sobriety, I've seen lots of things that I'm really enjoying, and I feel like I'm growing. So I've got to a level 5.
Yes.
Lots of people that may be giving up drinking because they've had a problem are starting from -5.
Yeah.
And they're getting to level 5.
Yeah, that's a good way of putting
So
it.
I'm still getting the benefits, but I'm maybe just not starting as from lower base as some people that have had a huge issue and need to unpack a lot.
It's that sobriety capital again, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's what we're talking about. Yeah, it's interesting. Depends where you start off to how bad this can get, I think.
For sure.
Yeah.
So how does alcohol do this? Set us adrift from who we really are, Vic.
Well, this is my theory, okay?
Oh, this will be good.
It's not based on anything. It's just based on my experience.
Zero research,
Yeah.
all life experience.
Yeah, I totally made this up.
Okay, good.
But I'm going to go with it because I know.
Have you named it?
The Van Stone theory.
Okay, good.
Yeah. It's all about a circle of goodness, I reckon, this sobriety thing, Hamish. Right. Once you stop booze and the depressant leaves your system, you feel proud of yourself. That pride then turns into wanting to look after yourself and start being kinder to your body. That turns into curiosity about where you've been going wrong all these years. And then that becomes you doing more activities that make you feel good, like exercise, fixing relationships and eating link balls. Then you realise that your body and brain feel better, so you search out ways of getting dopamine hits without drugs or alcohol. Then you become interested in other ways you can grow as a human, like giving back, ice baths, pamper sessions, whatever. One good moment in sobriety leads to another, each one boosting your confidence. They all string together to make a really strong, authentic and content sober soul. These are the stepping stones of sober life, moving from one place to the next instead of staying stagnant in a habit that was holding you back.
That is good.
Oh, okay, do you like it?
The Van Stone theory stands up.
The Van Stone theory, right, okay. It's a circle of joy. One thing leads to the other, Hame.
Yes, and the flip side of that is if one part of that circle breaks,
yes,
and perhaps you relapse, it's very easy to then start eating badly and then not doing the exercise, and the sort of domino effect as well.
Totally.
I do feel as if I need some science, Vic.
Okay,
it has become somewhat part of the show. We must say here that alcohol is classified as a depressant drug. Depressant drugs suppress the central nervous system and slow down the functions of your brain, affecting the way you think, feel and behave. This is why alcohol can cause slurred speech, slower reaction times and impaired judgment. Our brains rely on a fine balance of chemicals and processes to regulate mood and emotions. Over time, alcohol use can lead to the depletion of chemicals that have an important role in maintaining our mental health and help to reduce anxiety naturally. So basically, alcohol will cause you to feel a bit off, no matter how much you drink, and it will impair how you see yourself. So, Vic, why did alcohol make you dislike yourself?
For many, many reasons, Hamish, I think. The first one I've put here is, of course, the memory loss. I acted like a dick quite often. And I couldn't remember that I'd acted like a dick, so I just presumed that I had.
Yeah.
So I had no basis for it. I just imagined that I'd been a bit of a twat. It caused me to worry what people thought. Was I a bad person for doing the actions? Even though everybody else was doing them, I just thought, well, what have I done? What have I done? I just was so embarrassed that I had gone out and not remembered. And it was the fear of the fear in that situation. It's awful. It's an awful feeling. Only a massive drinker that has had blackouts would resonate with that, because there's nothing worse than waking up and not knowing how you got home and thinking, what the hell have I done?
Yeah.
It could be anything. You could have killed a man.
Yeah.
Yeah. I did once.
Yeah.
Move on. I couldn't forge strong relationships. I had one-night stands instead. It gave me low self-esteem. I thought it was funny having one-night stands originally, but I realised that they tapped away at my self-esteem. Because when the person didn't ring back and, I was a bit of a romantic, so I'd just keep doing them in the hope that I would find a boyfriend. That's really why I was doing it.
Was there a moment when that changed? Was there like a moment during one night standum that you went, oh, hang on, now I have low self-esteem, rather than this is funny, yeah, I'm young and free and what's up?
I think it's when I really liked someone and I realised they didn't like me, and I was like, oh gosh, right, okay, so this isn't really working for me anymore.
Okay.
But I would say that was when I met John, literally when I was 34.
Yeah.
I think I had been sleeping around so much that I thought it was kind of part of my crazy escapade, that's just what I did, and I was a woman in charge of her body. And when I realised, obviously now, that I was just giving my body away for free because I didn't care about myself. We talked about that on our one night stand episode ages ago, didn't we? About a year ago now, so check that one out. I actually kept getting fired from jobs because I was hungover and not going anywhere. So I felt like a loser.
Yeah.
I felt like I was a disappointment to my parents because I couldn't keep a job down. We talked about that in our jobs episode. I mean, I just wasn't doing well as a human compared to other people because I was just going with the flow and just making it up as I went along. Nothing was structured, Hamish. I didn't know what I was doing from one day to the next. I just, as if I bought a packet of cigarettes and had some beers with my mates, that was kind of my day was fulfilled. I had no other motivation apart from getting wasted. I think the more I failed, the more I drank. That's that circle being broken right there. I started thinking I needed to lose weight and that I wasn't pretty enough and not trendy enough. I was never enough. So that affected my self-esteem. Yeah. I just always thought my friends, well, why do they have boyfriends and why have they got a good job and why have they got money? And that made me spiral even more into my kind of abyss because I couldn't achieve what everyone else was achieving because I wasn't taking any sort of action in my life. Eventually, the me that I knew and loved as a kid actually disappeared into that abyss. And all that's left was a person giving herself away for the benefit of others, which is very sad, really. Meeting my husband changed that, and he allowed the true me to shine through, I think. Yeah. He was the first person I didn't really drink with on the first few dates, and I thought, oh my God, this guy actually likes me for me, not because I can down a pint of snake bite black. Do you know what I mean?
Shall I tell you something quite nice?
Go on.
So we hung out yesterday.
Yes.
And I got to fulfil both my dream and the dream of many of the listeners, which was to play Frisbee with you.
Okay.
Which, this is a slight sidetrack. Holy shit, are you good at Frisbee?
I'm fucking good at Frisbee.
I knew that your technique would be good. What I didn't expect was the skipping stone flick that you can do. So Vic can throw the Frisbee into the floor on purpose, and then it bounces up and lands in my hand from like 30 metres. Yeah. Anyway, that's not the story. The story was, as Liz and I were driving away from the picnic with you, Liz just went, their relationship is indescribable. She goes, you and John, she goes, I think it's the way that John looks at her, that he's clearly so proud of her. There's like this sort of, we're not talking best friends or gooey in each other's arms, but there is something undescribable about their relationship, which is beautiful.
Do you know, I think that's lovely for you to say that, Hamish. I would say the same about you two, though. I'd say exactly the same. You've got a lovely relationship. I think it's an ease, isn't it?
Yes.
It's a sense of ease. Like, I don't have to say to him, can you do this, can you do that? And he doesn't. Like, we have our roles, we have our jobs within our relationship, and he makes me feel good about myself, and I make him feel good about. We're not out to upset each other. I think that is the basis of a good relationship. We don't call each other names. We don't tell each other we're shit or anything. We just go, how are you today? Let's get on with this. It might be bad, like it was this morning. I shouted very loudly at the children because no one was getting ready for school. But We are a team, and I think that has its day when you have 3 young children.
Well, when Liz said she couldn't find the word, funny you said ease, because I'm a word person, so
Yeah.
I said the word ease or comfort with each other is what I
Yes,
felt you
yeah.
two had. And I think it's funny how in your 20s, and when you're out shagging anything that moves like you were then, like you're looking for something in a relationship and you get excited by things like, oh, we're just texting, there's energy
yeah.
and there's like fire and there's games and there's like teasing and
Yeah.
jealousy and there's all these things.
yeah.
And then you actually get in a relationship like you're in, I think I'm in, like, who's got time for all of that bollocks? You just want someone that you're completely comfortable with and you can share things like raising children with, which is
full
no
on.
game.
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed?
Can I make my site softer?
Can I make my site firmer?
Can we sleep cooler?
Sleep Number does that. Cools up to 8 times faster and lets you choose your ideal comfort on either side. Your Sleep Number setting. Enjoy personalized comfort for better sleep night after night. It's our Black Friday sale. Recharge this season with a bundle of cozy, soothing comfort. Now only $17.99 for our C2 mattress and base, plus free premium delivery. Prices higher in Alaska and Hawaii. Check it out at a Sleep Number store or sleepnumber.com today.
Hi, I'm Dorina, co-founder of Quo. You might know us as OpenPhone. My dad is a business owner, and growing up, he always kept his ringtone super loud so he'd never miss a customer call. That stuck with me. When we started Quo, our mission was to help businesses not just stay in touch, but make every customer feel valued, no matter when they might call. Quo gives your team business phone numbers to call and text on your phone or computer. Your calls, messages, and contacts live in one workspace, so your team can stay fully aligned and reply faster. And with our AI agent answering 24/7, you'll really never miss a customer. Over 90,000 businesses use Quo. Get 20% off at quo.com/business. That's QUO.com/business. And we can port your existing numbers over for free. Quo. No missed calls, no missed customers.
Yeah. The thing is, when it's like that in the beginning, if the bottom falls out of it, it's all this drama, isn't it?
Yeah.
And trauma. It's like, oh my God, he's done this and said that.
Yeah.
Like, you want to avoid that. And that's when the horrible words come out in those situations, like you're a bitch or a liar or this, all these horrible things that people say to each other, and that affects how you feel about yourself. So if you're in a relationship and you're getting sober and you feel shitty about yourself and you're in a relationship with someone who makes you feel shitty, you're not setting yourself up for a good sobriety, a good long-term sobriety, because you haven't got that wall of confidence around you. You really need someone who's going, you can do this, you're going to do a good job, and making you feel good about yourself. Because if you feel like shit, you're going to start drinking again. It's as simple as that. Hamish, did alcohol ever make you believe you were not good enough? That's a good question.
So, sort of harking back to what you just mentioned, for me, that feeling was most prevalent during hangovers. I would feel like the days when you go to bed, you go to the bathroom to throw up, then to the sofa, then to the front door to pick up delivery pizza, and then back to bed, just on repeat. Those days, there was a day when we were living in Bondi when I did 28 steps. My phone said, 28 steps I did, and that was the same morning that Liz woke up with a broken foot. We don't know how she broke her foot.
It's a good story.
So, like, it's funny at the time, but then I can remember having those thoughts. Well, no, it's funny looking back on it, but actually, during those days, I can remember just thinking, I am a piece of shit. You know, like, and I guess I have that comparison thing that you had as well. Like, our friends were progressing in their careers and earning a certain amount of money, and I was just like so unmotivated, which I now think is probably a dopamine deficit from the drinking. So unmotivated, lying on a sofa eating pizza and throwing up every few hours. Just think, I am worthless. Like, my hardest mental health days in my life would probably be the worst hangover days.
Isn't that weird that we're doing that to ourselves? Like, your worst days of your life are hangover days, but we carry on. Keep giving ourselves hangovers forever. Like, if you don't quit, you just keep doing it.
And they get worse, right? You get less fit. So like a hangover in your 50s is going to be worse than a hangover in your teens. Yeah. And then you've got kids and careers and mortgages and life to deal with. Yeah,
full on.
And I would say I've also had some pretty harsh words said to myself whilst throwing up. Okay. Like, you know, when you're leaning on the bog bowl and it's like, are you idiot? You've done it again. Like, what are you doing? This has to stop. I've had some horrible self-talk conversations to a loo.
Yeah. Did it answer back?
Never. And sometimes you go and throw up, or you open the lid, you go and throw up, you look in there like there's still a pee in there.
Oh,
like,
you just don't care.
What am I as a human being?
Oh, it's horrible.
Yeah.
So much toilet action as teens and young adults. Snorting coke off bog lids being one of them.
Yeah.
A lot of time spent in toilets.
Yeah.
At raves.
That's true.
Gurning near the blowing machine, the hand.
Weird, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because they're also very brightly lit rooms. It's not a nice room to be in if you're raving.
I reckon I spent more time in toilets in the last 20 years than I have outside.
You reckon? Yeah.
In nature.
To be fair, your toilet is the nicest room in your whole house.
Yeah, it is.
You've got an incredibly nice toilet.
I do have a nice bathroom.
You've done that on purpose.
Frisbee and toilets, because
You've
I want
invested your money in your toilets rather than your living spaces.
I literally, Hamish, was sick every time I went out. So I felt like that, like you described then, feel like a piece of shit because, oh my God, I've drank so much that I've poisoned myself. And then I'd be sick and then I'd carry on. And then I'd wake up the next day and I would think it was quite funny that I had made myself vomit quite badly then and probably the next day. I just treated it like a joke.
Yeah, I was never there. I never found that funny.
Awful. I think it did affect me though. I think I laughed it off because it was like a funny story down the pub. But actually that evening, especially with a hangover, I'd be like, oh my God, what am I doing to myself? But not enough to question, to change it. Go, I wish this hangover would leave so I can start drinking again.
Yeah. No, you're never thinking, I need to stop. It's more thinking about the way that you went about drinking. Okay, cool. So yesterday I threw up. Well, that's because I did wine and then I did cider and then I did shots. So maybe next time I'll eat first and I'll only stick to one drink. Yeah. And maybe I should have danced more. Maybe it was an exercise thing. Like, just those are the conversations happening rather than don't drink next Friday.
It's total bullshit, that, isn't it? Because you just drink the same amount. It's the same amount of alcohol going into your body. Yeah. It's just dressed up as something else.
Yeah,
it's just like alcohol in a different fancy dress outfit, isn't it? Yeah, it's still the poison going in.
But I guess a lot of what we're talking about today is how alcohol affects your self-esteem. So for those of us that don't know what self-esteem is, do you have a sort of definition of it that you can share with us, Vic?
Yeah, it's how a person views his or herself, or themself, of course, Hamish. Very often this idea we have of ourselves is at least partially the result of others' opinions. There's that people pleaser me right there. It's our self-esteem that determines how we process those opinions and gives us our sense of self. Things that can affect self-esteem include
your thoughts and perceptions,
how other people react to you,
experiences at home, school, work, or in your community,
illness, disability, or injury,
your age,
role and status in society,
the messages you're getting from the media,
exercise and level of physical activity,
personality disorders.
Hamish,
thank you.
That's a good one for you. And last but not least, alcohol use. Alcohol damages your self-esteem, and this in turn can actually hasten the development of a dependency on booze.
Alcohol is widely used as a crutch for those suffering from self-esteem issues, whether as a false means of increased self-esteem or just to push the nagging voice from your mind. Using alcohol in this way, however, is the first step towards addiction.
So you can see the opposite is happening here to what happens in sobriety. That alcohol causes a cycle of low self-esteem. You feel down on yourself, you drink to feel better, it lasts short term, but then maybe you go too far and you did something regrettable and you feel anxious and then you drink again to cover up that feeling. A very negative cycle. The complete reverse of what happens when you actually quit boozing.
So Vic, what happened to you over the last 5 years? Have you shaken off all of that self-hatred and turned it into self-love?
Grotesquely,
oh,
yes.
God.
You know I hate talking about all this stuff, but we have to. I actually, just going to tell you a story here. I went on Danny Carr's podcast many years ago.
I thought you went on a date.
No.
I went on a date last night.
You went on a date last night. That's how good our relationship is. We go on dates.
Okay, Danny Carr's podcast.
I went on Danny Carr's podcast years ago. I think it was one of the first ones I went on. And I was like, I've just given up drinking. She said, have you been on the journey of the self yet? I was like, what?
Fuck off.
What are you talking about? I haven't been on any journey of the self. Yeah. She said to me, I'm really excited for you because you haven't gone through it yet. I was like, what do you mean? She was like, this is going to be the best thing. This is what it's all about. And I really didn't understand what she's saying. But thank you, Danny, for telling me that, because now I do understand, of course.
How long did it take you?
2 years, I would say. It started me to self-assert. I'm not perfect, Hamish, as you probably know, but I'm definitely a work in progress, which is good enough for me. Before I was just a mess, kind of stuck in a rut and going nowhere fast. Now I have very clear stepping stones. Sobriety gives me esteem and clarity. I'm going to tell you quickly how this has happened and why it leads to me having a very secure sobriety. This is my circle of positivity, right? Firstly, I went to therapy. That was the scaffolding that propped up my first steps. Then learning boundaries that allowed the opinions of others not to envelop me so much. Then doing stuff I hadn't done before, like boxing and pottery. Realising I could be creative and have fun without any stimulants was actually enlightening. Sorry for using that word there, enlightening. That's worse.
Is that
than
another
weird.
word?
Yeah, it's just a weird word,
Along
isn't it,
with
for me? The other one.
Resonate and journey.
That made me start to like who I was. I was no longer misbehaving, which meant I learned to trust myself, step up for myself and have my own back. None of the things that I had before. Eventually, every social event got easier and I owned my sober life, and it made me feel rebellious against society, sort of radical. It's a big collection of organic steps that led me to who I really am now. It also makes it clear what I want to achieve in life. I know what makes me happy, what my goals are, what I enjoy and who I enjoy spending time with. Sobriety is like that weeding out of the grubs.
Just to butt in here to say the type of person that you are today.
Yes, yeah.
What were you doing at 4:30 a.m. this morning, Vic?
Okay. So
Just so you can boast about it now. When this podcast comes out, you might not still be doing this at 4:30 a.m. But yes, here's your chance to boast about the person that you are today.
Well, because me and Hamish, which by the time this episode comes out, we'll know whether we won or not, we are up for Best Wellness Podcast in Australia.
Sure.
Which is incredible.
Yeah.
Like, imagine sitting down and writing this, starting this podcast 2 years ago. I could never have imagined that even 10 people would listen. And now we're up for Best Podcast in Australia. Incredible. So, I want to look nice in my dress, Hamish.
Yes,
So
we've got how many days until the awards?
7 days.
Okay, 7 days.
Yeah, it's in a week.
Yeah.
And I want to look nice, so I'm doing this boot camp, which is at 4:30 every morning. For the
What did you
next
actually
week.
do? You're boxing?
No, this morning I wasn't boxing. It was like the test, like the bleep test.
Oh, okay. So they're
Yes.
going to give you
the fitness
so
test.
you can see how much you've improved in a week.
Yes, yes. So I did that this morning. I was there at 4:30, ready to go. The sun wasn't even up. It was crazy. So I did that. I was never the sort of person that could ever do anything like that in a million years. I wasn't the sort of person. If you said to me you did exercise at 4:30 in the morning, I would have avoided you like the plague.
Do you think that you shouted at your kids before they went to school today because you've been up since 4 a.m. doing exercise?
Yeah, because I think I'm better than my children, Hamish. Is that what you want me to
You
say?
can't even get changed. I'm here boxing at 3 in the morning.
Yeah, I've been up for hours, you little shit.
I was doing a bleep test at 4 a.m. You can't brush your teeth.
Yeah, for God's sake. So how did this look for you, Hame? Let's get back to the question we started with. The 2 characteristics that you didn't like about yourself when you were a drinker. Do you still suffer with these?
Okay, well, the first one I mentioned, and these are sort of people-pleasing, but the first one I mentioned was throwing up, which weirdly I still do a fair bit.
Oh, you do? You get
I
tummy
still
ache,
throw
don't you?
up, yeah.
You've got the kind of constitution
Yeah.
of a very old man.
I do. I do. I don't know why that is, but
Yeah.
I wasn't even... In my head, I'm not someone that gets sick often, but in the last year or two...
Yeah.
Since this is not a popular line on a sobriety podcast, since getting sober, I'm getting sick all the time.
No, it's just because your kid is in daycare.
It could be because my kid is in daycare. Those two things did align timing-wise.
It's because you can't be bothered to look after your kid during the day. That it is at daycare.
Oh, it's both my neglect of my child.
Yes, that's why you get ill. Yeah.
Maybe it's just I'm licking posts like he is.
Yeah.
But the thing about leaving the party, I think I have actually overcome that one. Weirdly, I actually feel cool about leaving a party when I want to do it, even though that is the opposite of the reason I used to stay at parties. I do what I want. If I want a party, I will. If I don't, I'll quite happily leave.
Okay, that's
and
good.
I actually feel good about that. And I know it's not good to think too much about what others think of you, but I like being perceived as someone that is happy to piss off when they want to piss off.
Okay, yeah.
Like, I like the fact that you're like, he's just doing his own thing, that guy.
Yeah.
I quite like that.
It's funny. I spoke to my mum yesterday, and she said, "I'm not going to drink too much when I go to the party tonight." She said, "I'm going to bring a bottle of wine, and I'll fill it up with water, and I'm going to put a bit of wine in the bottom, so that the lady there still thinks that I'm drinking." I was like, "Mum, you don't need to do that. Like, nobody cares whether you're
doing
drinking
the right
or not."
thing for the wrong reasons.
Yes, doing the right thing for the wrong reasons. I said, just say you're not drinking. It's fine. But yeah, you get so caught up in the culture, don't you, that you think you have to please everyone by doing what they're doing.
That also sounds like a horrible drink, like a heavily diluted
It was just
white
water.
wine.
Yeah, yucky. Yeah, she was probably cracking open the port within the hour.
I reckon she just told you that because of what you do for life.
Probably, yeah. I can't remember what mine were, Hamish. Oh, yeah, people pleasery and not trusting myself. I think I'd say I'm 99% better at both of these. I do trust myself and I have my back, that's for sure. I still try to make others happy, but I do have firm boundaries now.
So how long would you say that process takes, to work on yourself?
I think it's constant, and I think it totally depends how much work you're prepared to put in. Yeah. If you do the therapy and you read books and you listen to podcasts, if you're prepared to do all of that, you're going to be constantly growing. And the quicker you do all that, the more you're going to grow, I think. So I think it does take a few years, and I know that sounds like a long time, but I'm excited about working on this until the day I die. I'm a bit like a freelance consultant on myself, Hame. It sounds a bit self-indulgent, but I believe I can give my friends and family the best version of me while I'm consistently working on myself. I want to keep learning, keep talking, telling my story and reading. It's something that will not only help me, but it will help others.
I do like the fact, and you don't have to talk about this if you don't want to, but I do like the fact and find it quite inspiring that 5 years into sobriety, you've just enrolled in another set of therapy sessions.
Yep.
I think it's very easy for people to look at you and go, she's 5 years sober, she's got the podcast, she's got the book, her life's in order, and she talks about the fact she did therapy at the start and now she's cruising. And I like the fact that you've been open, at least on social media and now on the podcast we want to be, about the fact like, now I've still got to do this work. It's not, you don't go sober and then your life's fixed.
Yeah.
You need to sort of keep on top of things to avoid falling down the old rabbit holes again.
Absolutely, I do. And I think that's really healthy to just say, I need help. I don't want to burden my mates and my friends all the time with going, I don't want to be a downer on anyone. That's probably a bit people pleaser in itself. But actually, I find somebody else having an opinion, a professional opinion, so that I can go, I'm feeling a bit mental this week. I've done this, this and this wrong. I'm shouting at my kids too much. I'm doing this. And someone to go, this is why you're doing it. And this is how you stop doing it. It is so helpful to have an outsider's perspective on your life and where you're going wrong. I find it invaluable, quite honestly.
Just so you're prepared, here are some other positive personality traits you might develop when you quit drinking. The first is that you will find interest in new things. Sobriety is number one, so lots of other activities like going down the dog and duck get demoted.
Yeah, totally. You might be more emotional about life. People find that really scary in early sobriety because they start feeling for the first time. Small joys might trigger a crying fit. I know that trees and leaves and flowers made Lucy cry in early sobriety.
Trees?
Trees,
really?
Yeah, just nature was making her feel really emotional. It's just because you're truly feeling for the first time, I guess. So try and just go with it. Hug one of those trees and blub into your Birkenstocks.
Oh, it's a nice saying.
Thanks.
We were actually shopping for Birkenstocks this morning.
Oh, did you? This morning?
Yeah, Liz in bed, 5:30 a.m. Hame, where do you buy Birkenstocks? Hame, Birkenstock.com. Liz, thanks, Hame.
Okay,
that's the script of our morning. It's riveting stuff in our bedroom.
Do you know what I bought this morning
Go
online? An inflatable shark suit. It's on Freddie's Christmas list.
I thought it was for you.
No.
He wants
Sex notice for John for a special birthday.
Anniversary coming up, is it? Wow. How much is an inflatable shark suit for a 4-year-old? That's pretty good.
Yeah, but not bad.
What else is on its Christmas list? Anything else?
A robot.
Inflatable?
Yeah. No more inflatables, unfortunately, because I do like investing in
yeah,
inflatables. They got a bit expensive recently, Hamish.
Inflation?
That's inflation for you. You were too quick.
Do you know what? I was quick on that because I've been going back and listening to all the old episodes of Sober Awkward.
And I said that joke?
Yes.
It's one of my favourites.
Lucy was saying how much she loves your family because you've got an annual inflation day.
Yeah,
inflatable day.
Yes, we buy inflatables for the pool once a year. Because I'm not prepared to keep buying them.
In my head, it was all of you guys getting dressed up in inflatable costumes one day a year.
No. Okay, that happens more than once.
That should be a new tradition.
Yeah.
Okay, enough about blubbing and Birkenstocks. You start attracting different mates and social groups.
Which is actually a good thing. You realise people like who you are for you, not because you could down a pint in 3 seconds.
Never could myself.
No.
You begin to accept your body shape and like the way you look. No, that was bollocks.
We try to like the way we look. We try to embrace ageing on this podcast, don't we, Hamish? You don't care what others think about you anymore, and you disengage with people that don't fill your cup. I have done that a little bit, and I am searching out people that I have more interest in.
And also people that literally don't fill your cup, both literally and metaphorically.
Yes, totally.
You feel more confident in every aspect of your life.
This is true, 100% true. And you just feel happier, and this will ripple through everything. I think that's, if we were going to simplify it, Hamish, and take out all of those, we've got 1 to 8 there. If we just took out 1 to 7 and just said, sobriety makes you feel happier, and this will ripple through everything.
Yeah.
So true, isn't it?
I can remember you telling me quite early on in this that you're 5 years in or you're 4 years in then, and you're yet to find any downsides to going sober. I think a lot of people who are sober will say, well, look, here are the good things, big list, here are the bad things, 2 or 3 things. You're like, I'm yet to find any downside, which is pretty telling.
Somebody described sobriety forever to me yesterday as a life sentence.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, saying that people just don't want to give up because it feels like a life sentence, that you're stuck in a prison and you're never going to go out again, it's going to be boring, blah, blah, blah. I said that is actually the absolute opposite of how I feel. It's actually the door to freedom for me. It's actually just going, now I don't have to think about that anymore. Now I can just step out into the sunshine and everything's all good. So don't worry too much. I know it's going to be hard at first, but you'll get there in the end and you'll feel like I do. And it will be the best thing you ever do. I know we say it all the time, but like getting to know yourself is the best thing you can do for your mental health.
I think when we give up alcohol, we spend a long time fixating on the ways that we think our life will change if we give up, and we don't think enough about the ways that our life might go if we continue to drink.
Totally.
We don't shine light on those at all, going, my friends won't like me anymore. You don't go, maybe I'll die early if I continue drinking, or maybe I will cause myself some injury a night out, or I'll ruin my career. We don't think about those quite as much.
No. Sobriety can seem like an odd choice to make at first. Your drinking might not be that bad, but it doesn't really matter how much you drink. It's all about your own personal relationship with alcohol and with yourself, and whether it's having a negative influence on your life.
If you want to work on your self-esteem, sobriety is the answer. I think the point here is, Vic, this might seem hard and almost crazy at first. To go sober, make yourself an outsider, go against the grain and become a boring weirdo like us. But the circle of benefits of sobriety, those positive stepping stones, far outweigh getting a bit sozzled on a Friday night. So keep going. All the rewards are waiting for you.
Yep, so look forward to a long-term sobriety. Don't see it as a drag. And be excited to get to know the one person that has the power to make you happier. You.
OK, this is a quote. Sir Edmund Hillary, let's not deny his knighthood.
I went out with his grandson. I did.
No.
Yes, I did, yeah.
Was he a nice guy?
Not really.
Lovely.
Yeah.
It is not the mountain we conquer, but ourselves.
Oh, yes, it's very true.
Did you date his grandson because his grandpa had a good quote like that?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's enough.
I wasn't interested in quotes in those days.
He was minted.
I was going to say something
cock.
rude then. Yeah, I was going to say, thank you for saying that for me, because I wasn't going to. He didn't have a big cock though, so it doesn't matter. Here we go, into a Brené Brown quote.
From big cocks to Brené Brown.
Okay, this is such a good one for this episode. Stop scouring people's faces for evidence that you're... Stop scouring people's faces. That's it.
That's it.
Stop getting the scourer.
Stop.
No,
Stop scratching people.
Stop scratching people. I can't read it now. Stop scouring people's faces. Is that right? Is that the right word?
I think so, yeah.
Sounds weird now. Stop scouring people's faces for evidence that you're not enough. You will always find it because you've made that your goal. True belonging and self-worth are not goods. We don't negotiate their value with the world. The truth about who we are lives in our hearts. Brené Brown. There we go.
Yeah.
Didn't give that justice, really.
No, he didn't. But
Sorry,
people get the message.
You get the message, yeah.
She's sober.
She's sober, yeah. All the good ones are sober, Hame.
Sir Edmund Hillary?
Probably. Sober and dead, unfortunately.
All dead people sober.
Yeah. No, I don't know what that means, but I think that's enough. Anything you want to say?
No.
No, done. Do you
That's
love
it.
yourself, Hamish?
Yeah, more and more every day.
Do you?
Yeah, I'm pretty happy with myself.
When you look in the mirror, what do you think?
That guy is a 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
No, I'm pretty content with myself, I must say.
That's
Yeah,
nice. Yeah, I'm getting better.
Yeah.
I'm definitely getting better at it.
Ups and downs.
I don't like seeing myself on camera, as you know. I hate seeing myself, but I'm working on it. That's all we are. A work in progress.
Maybe use the non-selfie camera more. Use the other one. You haven't got to see it.
That's the worst when you turn it around and then it's your face,
yeah,
isn't it?
it's a bit
Oh my
real.
God, who is that?
Yeah.
Les Dawson.
Yeah, I try and not re-watch videos of myself too much. I'll do the video and then I'll post it and I'm not watching that again.
Yeah, it's bad. Anyway, but we do love ourselves apart from that.
Yeah, apart from that, apart from our faces, we're into it.
Apart from our faces and our bodies and our own voices and our minds, we're fine.
Yeah.
We're absolutely fine, aren't we, Hamish?
We don't have to love ourselves. I've got a lot of love to give to other people, you know?
Yeah.
I don't want to spend it all on myself.
No, true. If you're questioning your relationship with booze, you're struggling to moderate, or your hangovers are causing anxiety, it might be time to reach out for some support.
Yeah, just talk to a mate about how you're feeling, contact a local doctor, find an AA or sobriety group. Vic's got one.
Yeah, just head to www.cuppa.community.
Remember, if you're questioning yourself, it might be time to seek support.
Even though this journey can be awkward, it is definitely worth it. And if you've enjoyed the Sober Awkward podcast, don't forget to review it, rate it, and share it with your mates.
Do they have to share it with their mates?
Yeah, of course they do. I'm not doing this for nothing, Hamish. Bloody hell.
How do they share it?
I don't know, just write it on the...
Hey guys, it's Paige from Giggly Squad, and if you're anything like me, holiday shopping has officially started. And you know where I'm going? Ulta Beauty. They have the cutest gift sets right now, like the Sol de Janeiro, Shea Rosa, and Cheer Perfume Mist Trio. It smells so good. I've been misting it everywhere. On me, on the street, on my pillow. It's a whole vibe. I'm obsessed with the Tarte Kindness Cafe Collector Set. It's packed with everyday makeup must-haves, and it's honestly too cute to wrap. And if you need a cozy little self-care moment, the Moroccan Oil Hand Care Essentials Kit is luxe, hydrating, and smells delicious. Don't worry if you can't decide right now. An Ulta Beauty gift card is the perfect gift for everyone. So whether you're gifting your bestie or yourself, make the season yours and head to Ulta Beauty today. Ulta Beauty, gifting happens here.
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed?
Can I make my site softer?
Can I make my site firmer?
Can we sleep cooler?
Sleep Number does that. Cools up to 8 times faster and lets you choose your ideal comfort on either side. Your Sleep Number setting. Enjoy personalized comfort for better sleep night after night. It's our Black Friday sale. Recharge this season with a bundle of cozy, soothing comfort. Now only $17.99 for our C2 mattress and base, plus free premium delivery. Prices higher in Alaska and Hawaii. Check it out at a Sleep Number store or sleepnumber.com today.
If you're a maintenance supervisor at a manufacturing facility and your machinery isn't working right, Grainger knows you need to understand what's wrong as soon as possible. So when a conveyor motor falters, Grainger offers diagnostic tools like calibration kits and multimeters to help you identify and fix the problem. With Grainger, you can be confident you have everything you need to keep your facility running smoothly. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
So, as you probably know, my comedy memoir, 1,000 Wasted Sundays, is officially out. All my magnificent fuck-uppery in one awkward hit. If you'd like to get your hands on a copy, it's now available from all good bookstores.
We always say all good bookstores, don't we?
Yeah.
Are there bad
No, it's
bookstores?
probably ones with moody sellers.
Oh yeah, really
Yeah.
depressed librarian folk.
Yes,
Okay,
yeah,
good.
yeah. So there are probably some, but we're only storing it in the good ones.
It's only made it into the goodies.
You can also get it from all good online retailers. The print version and ebook are out now, and the audiobook will be available in March. I've been writing my memoir for 5 years. It will make you laugh, cry and cringe, and hopefully inspire a few people to reconsider their relationship with booze. If you love the podcast, then I think you'll love the book, even if I do say so myself. Hamish has read it. What did you think?
I feel like I know a little bit too much about you now, to be honest, Vic. Look, I really loved it. It was hilarious and surprisingly moving, but I feel like I've seen you naked in a literary sense.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, that's worrying.
Yeah. From an emotional point of view, seriously, it wobbled my teeny weeny wooden heart, Vic.
Okay.
My teeny little wooden heart.
Well, his teeny little, his wooden heart is broken. Anyway, so if you do manage to get your filthy mitts on a copy, please do me a favour and head to goodreads.com and give me a review. Doing that will help me get it out there to those that need a bit of sober support. So there you have it. My story, unwanted warts and all. Come and get awkward with me.
Not to be too demanding or anything, but seriously, go and buy it
Yeah,
now.
go and buy it. Go and buy it right now.
Yeah, don't just tell your friends, buy it, and then buy your friends one or two.
Yeah, don't give them a copy. Buy it, yeah.
And you know what? Don't be careful where you store it. If you lose it, you can always buy another 5.
Buy another one.
Yeah.